You're angry fucking toy guy. It is season 3. It's 2020. It's fucking fun. Me sit there and bitch about some shit. Well, no. Super 7's been releasing the William Stout collection. Something about the Conan collection. I don't know. I don't care about Super 7 anymore because 3/4 what they do is absolutely garbage. What's up, Kevin Castillo? Yeah, I actually fucking pissed off Fire Up Mood so I could kick this off like it should be. Back to being the angry mother frickin' toy guy. Somebody lost my plush baby fucking Yoda, damn assholes. Really pissed about that one. Anyways, did see today also Walmart has officially went back there and dropped their prices on the damn Masters WWE Universe figures. However, they're saying most of the figures are fucking sold out. Walmart, quit pulling your bullshit stunts, jackasses. I'd rather like going to Costco better than Walmart anyways, or fucking Myers. But anyways, season 3, it's 2020. And I was promising it through most of the end of last season that we would kick off this season with the 2020 tournament. Now, if anybody watches this, make sure you go through and you send everything over to the Angry Guy Productions page on Facebook, where these brackets will be getting placed in or set up on their show after the show is over. Now, I will be essentially doing like 2 shows a week, but when I do the second show through the week, it's going to be basically me doing a second division. So we can basically knock out, I'm sorry, not division, brackets. This way I can go through and get all 16 brackets in an 8-week period. Voting for each bracket will last 1 week. So in other words, when we do the first bracket here tonight, prior to doing bracket 3, the voting stops. Voting will only be taking place at the Angry Toy Guy or Angry Guy Productions page on Facebook. Look, I'm so damn mad I can't even remember my own damn Facebook page, to be honest with you. It'll last for a week. Like I said, we do bracket 1 tonight. When I do bracket 3 next Friday night, the voting will stop for bracket 1. On Monday, I hope, or Tuesday, I will come on here. I will do the second bracket. Voting for it will last until I do bracket 4. 3s will last till I do 5. 4s will last till I do 6. You guys get the point. Now, the rules for this tournament, and I guess I'm going to have to explain this every time on this. This is not about popularity. Now, so no one complains. There is one figure, the one that won last year, because it basically won on fucking popularity. It's not even hanging out up there anymore. I've actually locked it up right there in that locker. It is locked up. It is not coming back out. And Scared Glow stays in that locker, locked up. This is not about popularity. I don't care how much you like a figure, just because on design, sculpt of the figure. Up on here. That's why this is more. It's not just sculpt; it's the design. I've gotten customs from them. I do my own custom work. Okay, this is what this is about, because you might see something really cool that me or one of my friends went through and put together as a custom and made it look really nice. Yeah, remolded pieces, done a little bit of sculpture to them, fixed it up a little bit. Okay, like I said, last year Scareglow won just basically because he was popular. Honestly, the figure that lost to the Scareglow figure was actually a lot more better designed and sculpted and freaking do. He's not even going to be allowed in it. Like I said, if I start noticing this about popularity, I'll start kicking people's votes. I want honesty on this as far as how you think the design looks, the sculpt looks. All right. Now, this is also more than just Class 16 from Super 7 that's Motu related. The vehicles, like Roton, Wind Raider, the Talent Fighter, Stridor, Night Stalker, the Battle Ram are included. The animals, Cringer, Battle Lion, Battle Cat, Panther, Swiftwind are in this. Mattel Classics are in this. Super 7 Classics are in this. Mattel Club Grayskull, Super 7's Club Grayskull line, all in it. Now, this is a rather big tournament this year. I've got 16 brackets with 14 to 15 characters, things in each bracket. Okay. I am like I said, there's like 3 brackets that only have 14 participants. The rest of them at least 15. And as I announced, now bracket 1, that's it. There's going to be no more added to it. Everything's in here is actually getting listed as that don't have an opponent is getting a bye into the second round. Okay. You may not even like the characters getting a bye into the second round. And trust me, I just started going through and just, all right, here's 1 seeds, 2 seeds, 3 seeds, 4 seeds, goes on. We're going to roll this. Okay. Like I said, I want y'all's honest opinion about what you think is really well designed, what's really well sculpted. Now, bracket 1, okay, actually only has 14 characters in it. There's actually no rides or animals in this. Actually doesn't happen. And I'm looking over everything. So give me a minute. I wanted to say bracket 6 whenever we get to Panther board, but yeah, it's actually bracket 6. So we got a few weeks for this, all right? And believe it or not, I'm actually have not started drinking tonight to be this pissed off. So, like I said, we're going to kick off this tournament tonight with bracket number 1. So, let's introduce the participants. All right, now, first matchup should have been a 2 versus 15. However, like I said, this bracket only had 14 participants, so the character that drew the number 2 seed is actually getting by. So just give y'all fair heads up. It is Filmation Beastman. Okay. I will cover him a little bit more whenever we get into the second round of this. But actually they did make him pretty damn, Mattel did make him pretty Filmation accurate and everything. I just don't like the softness of the damn piece behind his head or the damn ankle joint set up where he can turn from side to side. But other than that, really nice figure. So, he's automatically into the second round due to a first round bye. He's not the only character getting that first round bye, so there's no biasness here. Like I said, I was going through, and like I said, just boom, I picked up my number 1 seeds, picked up my number 2s, and just went from there. Anyway, next match is a 10-set matchup. So, number 10 seed here. Oh, wait a minute. Did I say it or not earlier? That this year I was bringing, like I said, not only Mattel Super 7 Classics, Filmation, Customs, but we are also bringing in 2000X because a lot of these figures had some really awesome sculpts to them. So at the number 10 seed, we have the 2000X Many Faces. Does have, his turn and all that. I have unfortunately lost his weapon somewhere around here. But honestly, like I said, they did a great job on the sculpt. You look at the legs, the front piece, the headpiece, even the back piece, man. They did a fantastic job with this. It is a pretty nicely done. Colors are pretty damn spot on for what was given to us in the 2000X series. So here's 10 seed. His opponent for this at the number 7 seed is another character that came out of the 2000X line, or from the 2000X series. However, this was a Mattel done here figure, and we're talking about King Chubla. The staff and everything, face, body, they did this really well. Sculpt wise, I love design. You don't see much on as far as parts reuse or anything like that, like we see with a lot of other figures. So, anyways, the 10-2 or 10-7 matchups, Many Faces at this 10. That, like I said, here in a little bit, it will be up for voting between those two. Okay. All right. So, let's move on. We have the 12-5 matchup. Now, like I said, customs are going to come into play here. All right. Like I said, this is about design, sculpture, not popularity. Oh, and by the way, everybody's eligible to vote. And yes, this year I will be casting my own votes this year. Only one vote. And it'll be marked on the over at the Angry Guy Productions page. All right. But, and that way everybody can say, all right, it's all legit. This one was the, he did a little bit of a brown snake guard. His own design here. If I remember correctly, okay, he used the legs from Clawful, feet from Clawful. The body, I forget what he said he got the body off of. Of course, you know, he's got one of the snake guard's heads. I did have an extra one of those snake blades, so I added that in for him. Really nicely done with the colors and everything, and a different look on it. And he's got a little bit of a wear and tear, but you know, it's pretty nice. And like I said, with the blue chest piece and the snake emblem, it was really a nice thing. He went through and he actually molded the everything for this, so it looked really good. I really liked it. Anyways, he is your 12 seed. In the 5 seed is that short little feller that we originally got to know in the newspaper strips and see in the 87 movie, and I am talking about Gwildor. Honestly, they did a really fantastic job with the Billy Barty look of Gwildor and everything. Well articulated as far as, you know, his outfit, his head, the staff. You know, give him, and then the little portable one, almost like the final one, that one. Brown, Snake Guard, and Gwildor. Now it's funny, I don't have to like find something to put as they lose, or I'm just going to restack them. All right, now, Kevin, you're going to have to help me with this next one. This next one is a 14 3 seed. Now, at the 14 seed, I actually had to get to looking a little bit here to double check how the when it was the Masters versus the Snake Men and in the 2000X series, this one looked more like that one. So, thinking this was the snake, the versus the Snake Men version of the of Roboto from the 2000X line. I love the bigger boots on this one compared to the regular Roboto. We will see him later on in the tournament, not in this bracket. But yeah, really nicely done and everything. Even where you can take the chest piece off, be able to see the internal workings. It was nice to see him do that much, you know, kind of like the way they did the vintage. And like I said, he is your 14 seed. Now, I can't remember, Kevin, if somebody actually like customized him, because I know I got him from you and somebody else had done him, and I cannot remember if that was the case. So feel free to pop on before I get done with this matchup. Because at the 3 seed is the Princess of Power, and I am talking about She-Ra. Love the look and everything. And who is blowing up my phone? No, just emails. Blue with the sword shield. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, the snake version versus Snake Men version of Roboto was done by James Manning, another good friend of the toy guy, and you too as well, Kevin. Now with my She-Ra, I went through and I did add a few things for, and that was the whole bubble power stuff. Some of it, and I forget what I did with the bubble power little thing, but sword, the whole armament, and I added this with it. So versus She-Ra. I figured it'd be so much easier doing it like this compared to last year when I did the videos for tournament. And trust me, that was a giant pain in my butt, especially downloading everything. All right. So he sent me a stuff where I put the finishing touches to it, added a little bit extra. But I call this one a Murguard. Did him in a bright metallic blue with light fins on his head and on his arms. Did his armor in brass and silver. Gave him the sword. And trident, of course. Gave him a gun. Now, I kind of went through, and when I did this one, I also kind of thought, well, you know what? Let's make him look let's give him the option, or give it the option of looking a little bit more like one Merman's descendant. So I gave him the head without doubt, as a spare extra. Honestly, I really liked how that one turned out. Like I said, resculpted the armor, Merman's armor, a little bit, and gave him a new head. So who's his opponent? Who's the 4 seed? Well, that'd be the old mossy feller here. Oh, Moss Man. This is the flocked one. The flocked ears. Have the extra head to go with it. Okay. Also, I think they did a really nice job with that. I think, I know with the joints and everything, it's a little hard to get some of the flocking in there because it's hair up. So they saved it a little bit. Like I said, overall, really nicely done, to be honest. So, yeah, there's your 4-13 matchup. The Mossy Feller versus the Blue Murguard. So, really nice matchup there, I think. Let's see if the Combo E-Day Creations Myers collaboration can get some votes here. All right. Versus Snake Men set from 2000X. We have the 2000X versus Snake Men. Too bad. Honestly, I love the better design they did with the 2000X figures compared to the vintage ones. And I'll talk a little bit more about the classics version when we get to him. I know I've covered him before. This is on series or episode. But yeah, there's and you'll notice the difference just because between his mace, his armor, his shield, and his loincloth, a lot different look than the regular 2000X. Too bad. Really in contrast in colors they did. So pretty nice. His opponent, and it's Super 7 time, because I have not done a Super 7 figure yet here in this tournament, or here in this bracket. So we've got Card. Now, this is not from the William Stout collection. As you know, so he's got the blue outfit, not the black one like we'll see from the William Stout collection, which, by the way, none of those are in this tournament because I don't have them. Honestly, they did a pretty nice job on the sculpture on him, too. From head all the way down. Hook knife there. So, yeah, really cool. So here we go. Card. The versus the Snake Men, Too Bad, from 2000X series. That is your 6th match. Bracketeering. Their seeds and everything listed in front of their name. So we good. All right. Time for the infamous 8-9 matchup. Coming in at number 9. Now, I'm going to say this now. Well, I have all 3 of his armaments. I'm not going to use the orange one. However, don't be surprised if you don't see Tank Kid show up later in this. All right. And trust me, he's separate from this one. I've got a whole nother Vicron. So Tank Kid's in this too. But for this one, it's Vicron with his axe helmet. We all know this was the original design idea they actually had for He-Man whenever they were first trying to come up with a design idea. When it came to classics, they was like, you know what? We got a name for this guy. We're going to make a figure out of him. Really pretty cool. Actually, I really like it. Now, number 8. Number 8 is a 2000X series, and I'm talking about Serratus. Honestly, they did a pretty damn good job with Serratus. Even with the fins on the back. His staff or mace or whatever the hell that's supposed to be. Spiked tail. Honestly, they did a fantastic job making him very MYP accurate. Earrings included that do move. So anyways, there's your 8-9 matchup. Serratus at the 8. Vicron at the 9. So that leaves the infamous 1/16 matchup. And honestly, that means the number 1 seed is getting a bye. In this one, I chose personally to be the undisputed number 1 seed in the first bracket. So he's the overall number 1 seed throughout this whole thing. He is the runner-up to last year's tournament. One I thought that honestly in that matchup, this one I should have won, but I wasn't voting last year. I am this year. And I am talking about the Classics Modulock. I've kind of beefed him up some from... Actually, I think he's still the same way as he was whenever he was in last year's tournament. They honestly did a great job with the sculpture and all the pieces where you can transform him any way you want. Added the little idol dude here, which I honestly thought went with optics. I really did. He might. I'm just not sure. I got this figure, so... this one I've actually got like extra parts too, so I can change him out, make him look different. But yeah, here it is, the undisputed number 1 seed in the first bracket, Modulock. He will be moving on to the second round since he has no opposition. Here it is. We'll show the matchups. So everybody's got 1 week to vote on these. After that, that's it for the matchups for this first bracket. Okay. So with that being said, I know it's like Mr. Scene, Steel, Mr. Scenes, just brief recap. Modulock once he gets a bye into the second round. He gets the winner of the 8-9 matchup, which is Serratus versus Vicron. We got the 6-11 matchup with Karg versus the 2000X versus Snake Man Too Bad. After that, the 4-13 seed at number 4 is Moss Man. He will take on the Blue Murgard, which I showed. The 14-3 matchup, which is the versus Snake customized the classic She-Ra matchup, which is the 2000X many faces, and he's got King Chubla as an opponent. We move into the second round is the Filmation Beastman. There's first bracket, first round breakdown. I will whenever I post the brackets up, I will place my votes. Keep everybody in suspense. Yeah, I could be a little biased about it, but I'm going honestly here. I think the design sculpt is, I like a lot of designs I've done for my customs, and I like a lot of designs I've seen other customizers do. But they might have drawn an opponent that I might like the design and sculpt a little better. We shall see. Now, like I said, I'm the angry toy guy. Yes, we're going to cut off the tournament. Time to do a toy review, which another friend of mine, was really cool to go through and send me something that I had not seen before. This was a 2008 Fall Convention exclusive from Fun. This set was, and it's from a series that I really enjoyed watching as a kid, and actually still enjoy watching now as an adult. And I had never seen these. I happened to spot them. Comment about how cool they looked. And another friend of mine was like, hey, get these for you. I'll have them sent to you. Maybe you can reel. I was like, awesome. And when I didn't know at first if I was going to get them, but I did get them. But cool buddy of mine was cool enough to send me this exclusive set of the Bundys. Kind of upset. The only thing I was missing out of the set was Buck, because let's face it, the dog Buck was cool as hell to be on the show, and everything is an essential part of the Bundys. I also did not care for whenever they brought Seven in for a little bit, or that little dog who was supposed to be their new dog, or was it Lucky? And he basically had Buck's spirit inside of him. Buck reincarnated. But anyways, and I know why they did it, because the dog that was Buck passed away while the show was in production. But yeah, so we're going to actually open up the side of this. We're going to pull these out, take a good look at them real quick, so I can see if there's anything I want to bitch about. That's something that Funko did. Like I said, these were really cool looking. I was actually pretty honored to my buddy going through and actually get me a set of these to review on here. And no, it's actually not Kevin Castillo, by the way, for anybody else ends up watching this. And I know other people do watch this other than Kevin. Kevin, bless your heart for putting up with my angry ass every freaking week. Actually, every day, since I talked to you on the phone just about every day. So we'll get the first one out. It looks like we get the younger version of Buck Bundy. These figures are actually not very tall, okay? Wish they'd kind of went with another version of Bud here. Gave him the mullet. That was funny as hell. That's why I knew it was like the younger version. Well, the arms move up and down pretty good. Really stiff. You're kind of afraid to bend the arms. The legs actually bend pretty well. Yeah, the hands don't twist or anything like that. But yeah, there's the younger Bud Bundy in the set. believe it or not, I actually have like every single one of these episodes on DVD. Now, we get a version of Kelly Bundy. This don't look quite like the earlier, younger version, kind of like the way Bud does. But they did make sure to kind of like give her the hairstyle and look like she did in a majority of the episodes. I said, kind of with how thin these things are, I'm kind of afraid to bend them a little bit. Afraid I might break something off on them. These things are actually. Hang on, I want to see something. It might be about up to scale with G.I. Joe or Star Wars figures, I think. Where's the G.I. Joe one? They're a little bit shorter than the Star Wars figures, but well, actually, no. About the same height as one of the Star Wars figures. And close to it, like I said, with the kids and everything, they're a little bit shorter than Al and Peg, so it's a little bit shorter than a G.I. Joe figure. But yeah, I'd say they're about to scale with like G.I. Joe, the old G.I. Joe figures, the Star Wars figures. I swear I'm gonna be like pissed if I go put this back in the packaging and like arm breaks or something on there. Honestly, this set on the same time though. Back here. Yeah, they're of course with Peg's hair. Yeah, they're about the same as like a damn G.I. Joe figure. So yeah. One of these days I'll get some more G.I. Joes. I'll review those things. So we get Peggy Bundy and her red hair and even the leopard skin shoes. All right, arms do not actually bend on this one. You can see a little bit of like where they're having a hard time cutting the plastic just right for this. I guess no one pays attention to the sign on the door. Yeah, pretty nice depiction actually of Peggy, I think. Yeah, I'm actually putting these back in because actually this box is like unpunched, so afterwards they're going to go back in the box and they'll get put up. All right, now this is definitely the younger version of Al, and actually this one he kind of, almost in a way, he almost kind of looks like Steve Darcy, but he's got that Al Bundy expression, honestly, and he actually has hair compared to later on. What's that? I'm trying to get this thing to actually focus in on it. It's not really wanting to. Now the arm's actually been pretty well on on Al. So the legs. So yeah, the legs do move. Sweet. But yeah, like overall, I'd say considering the fact that he did this, I guess maybe it's like the younger versions, but I don't remember Kelly looking quite like that until like later on seasons. So yeah, still, it's a pretty cool set that Funko put out as an exclusive. I know they were somewhat a little bit harder to find. I hadn't actually seen these, heard of these, or anything until a few weeks ago, and like I said, a buddy of mine was really cool of them go through, and she sent me a set of these. So, and he made me promise not to actually say what his name was. So yeah, like I said, really cool of him to do this. Really cool set. Like I said, it's a shame that these are like the younger versions, because you look at the thing on the back and it's like the older versions of the Bundys. So, but yeah, overall, because I mean, hell, let's face it, Al's even losing his hair in that one. But yeah, really cool looking. Little on the, I think they could have done a little bit better job on it. Made them a little bit more sturdier. They seem like they're pretty flimsy, so not something you want to really be messing with or anything, without a doubt. But yeah, still pretty cool, and I'm gonna put them up with the box stuff. I'll go 3 out of 5 on that one. On that, may have to actually look around and see if they might have put out a set of the Bundys that look a little bit older. Maybe a set with Steve and Marcy, Darcy, Buck, Lucky, even Jefferson. Be cool if I'm an Al with the No Man shirt on. That'd be funny as hell. But anyways, all right, so that's it for tonight. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning. Like I said, 3/4. I said it's the flimsiness. It's the how thin the parts are on the figures. You're almost afraid you're going to break them when trying to like bend the arms. And like with Peggy, I mean, just with the way they cut the pieces out of the mold, there's still pieces on there. So yeah, I'll go with the 4. Yeah, be fair. I mean, because like I said, it's not something they mass produced or anything like that. Like I said, I thought I'd seen Hot Toys that Funko put out. I never knew they did actually like little figures like this. Because I'm always used to the Funko Pops or stuff like that. So, anyways, all right, that's it for me tonight. I will be back either Monday night or Tuesday night with a quick video to do the second bracket, which actually has some good ones in it. Now that I'm looking down at the brackets here for that one. If anybody watches, if you guys see things or something like that you think I ought to review, feel free to do it. Seems like, honestly, a lot of time is actually dominated by Masters of the Universe stuff, which I ain't got a problem with. I really like Masters of the Universe. But like I said at the little video I did for the Season 2 preview, it's going to be a little bit more. Hang on just a minute. Be right back. Hey, Paula. Hello? I'm back. For some reason I had a feeling that was going to happen. Anyways, but yeah, I'm always willing it. somebody sends it to me, I ain't got a problem even sending it back. Or if you got send it to me and say keep it, I don't care either way, because you know collection is like expanding almost like weekly. The unveiling of the second bracket in the tournament, and then next week I will go through something else. Like I said, we're going to try to mix and match a little bit and everything. Through after I do the tournament brackets, do something other than O2. I could be wrong, so everybody feel free to comment about that. Till next week, I'm E-Daddy, your guy. See how this tournament goes. Like I said, this could go a good while. Oh, by the way, before I forget, the first round is going to be done, like I said, 2 of them per week, 2 brackets per week. When we start getting to the second round, I'll start slowing it down. So, all right, catch everybody later. Peace. I'm out. A little song or something go with this when I end.